Everyone talks about what to start doing to lose weight, but no one tells you what to stop. Until now, these 10 things were secretly holding me back for years. Let's be honest, I used to think I had to do everything perfectly, or it didn't count. If I didn't eat clean, work out, sleep 8 hours and drink 12 gallons of water, I would call it a failure and start over next Monday. Which, spoiler alert, I said every week for like 3 years. But here is what no one tells you. Perfection is a trap. It looks good on a paper, but in real life, it's stressful, it's unrealistic, and it turns fitness into a guilt-ridden checklist. One missed workout, boom, spiral. One slice of pizza, might as well eat the whole thing and chase it with regret ice cream. So I quit chasing perfection. I swapped it for better than yesterday. If I skipped a workout, I would stretch. If I ate fast food, I would drink extra water. I didn't punish myself. I just keep moving forward, slightly sweaty, slightly confused, but forward. Perfection is what kept me stuck. Progress is what finally moved me. So, if you're waiting until life is less busy or you feel ready, let me save you some time. You don't need a perfect start. You need a sloppy, awkward, slightly uncomfortable one, because that's where the real wins begin. Ah yes, the bathroom scale, that cold little liar I used to consult every morning, like it was magic 8-ball. I would step on it holding my breath like I was trying to Jedi mind trick the number into being lower. And if it wasn't, whole day ruined, I would spiral, question everything, and sometimes even eat more because, well, what's the point? Here is the thing, weight fluctuates a lot. Water, salt, stress, sleep, hormones, one extra taco, it all shows up. And when you weigh yourself every day, you are not measuring progress. You are measuring your sodium intake from last night's dinner. So I stopped. I hid the scale, like actually shoved it in a closet behind some stuff I don't plan on moving. And guess what? Nothing bad happened. In fact, I felt better. I focused on how I felt, my energy, my mood, how my clothes fit. And those were way more honest with me than scale ever was. Progress isn't just numbers. It's being able to tie your shoes without gasping. It's sleeping better, smiling more, feeling proud after a walk instead of punishing yourself after weight in. That's when the real transformation started. When I stopped letting a number decide if I was winning. At one point, I thought the secret to losing weight was doing whatever fit influencers were doing on Instagram. So I tried. I followed 6 a.m. workout schedules, drank smoothies that looked like swamp water, and did squat challenges that made me question my life choices. Did I get results? Nope. Just sore knees and a blender I now deeply resent. Here is what I finally realized. Most influencer routines are built for people who already live in the gym. Not for people trying to survive their third microwave meal of the week while googling easy ways to lose weight without dying. So I stopped trying to copy people who live completely different lives. I don't wake up at 5 a.m. excited to hit the treadmill. I wake up and think, where is the coffee? I needed something realistic for me. That meant short walks, easy meals, and workouts that I didn't hate. Once I stopped trying to live someone else's routine and started building my own, everything changed. I wasn't failing anymore because I wasn't chasing someone else's finish line. Don't copy people who get paid to make life look easy. Build a routine that feels like it belongs in your life. That's where consistency lives. I used to think skipping breakfast made me disciplined, like I was part of some elite club of people who survive until noon on just coffee and willpower. Spoiler, it made me tired, cranky, and more likely to eat the entire bag of chips at 9 p.m. while standing in the kitchen like a snack gremlin. Skipping meals wasn't saving me calories, it was setting me up to crash. I would skip breakfast, maybe forget lunch, then bite dinner. I was so hungry I could have eaten furniture. And once I started eating, it was game over. Portion control, gone. Self-control, missing in action. So I stopped skipping meals, especially breakfast. Nothing fancy, sometimes just eggs, toast, or Greek yogurt. Something to tell my body, hey, we are not in survival mode today. You know what happened? My energy got more stable, I stopped binging, and I felt less like I was in daily war with my own hunger. Eating consistently helped me make better choices all day long. Skipping meals just made me feel like a superhero in the morning and a trash panda by night. Feed your body. It's not a weakness, it's a strategy. Even if breakfast is just a banana and a grumble. Ah yes, the sacred Monday, the International Day of Fresh Starts, perfect plans, and unrealistic expectations. I used to swear by it. I will start Monday was my go-to catchphrase anytime I ate something questionable or skipped a workout. You would think Monday was some kind of magical portal to discipline and success. But here is the problem. Every time I said it, I gave myself permission to do nothing right now. Monday became an excuse to delay, binge, and spiral. Because hey, new week, new me, right? Except that new me never showed up. It was just same me, slightly more bloated and full of regret. So I stopped waiting for Monday. I started making changes in the middle of random days. Thursday at 3 p.m., Sunday morning, or right after a late night pizza. Progress doesn't care what day it is. Your body doesn't reset on Mondays. And starting later usually means not starting. Now, if I mess up lunch, I make dinner better. If I skip a workout, I stretch before bed. I don't wait for Monday, I just keep moving. Because, let's be honest, how many Mondays have already come and gone? For years, I thought walking didn't count as a real exercise. I mean, no sweat, no pain, no fancy gym shoes. Must be useless, right? That's what I used to believe. Until walking is what actually started changing my life. At first, it was just a 5-minute stroll around the block to clear my head. Then it became 10, then 20. Sometimes I would listen to music, sometimes podcast, and sometimes nothing at all. Just me and my thoughts, which was occasionally terrifying but oddly productive. And the wild part, it worked. I started feeling lighter, clearer, less anxious. The scale moved, my pants loosened, and all I did was walk. No treadmill sprints, no gym selfies, no jumping jacks in panic. Turns out, walking is criminally underrated. It lowers stress, burns calories, and helps your brain sort out the 300 tabs it's had open all week. It's the kind of movement you can do anywhere, anytime. No leggings required. Now I treat walking like a therapy with better lighting. I no longer shame myself for not going harder. Because walking does count. And once I stopped judging it, I started doing it daily. And funny enough, that's when the real results started rolling in. Back in the day, half my daily calories came with a straw. I wasn't sipping soda, I was committed to it. Sweet tea, gone. Fancy coffee drinks, please. I was basically drinking dessert in a cup and calling it a little treat. Spoiler, it wasn't a little, and it definitely wasn't helping. But the calories? Sneaky. They don't fill you up. You can drink 300 calories in 2 minutes and still be starving. Meanwhile, your body's like, cool, thanks for the sugar flood. I will be holding on to that just in case you walk past a cookie later. So I started cutting back. Not all at once, I'm not a monster. But I swapped soda for sparkling water, cut back on creamers, and stopped pretending that fruit juice is a healthy drink. I saved my calories for food that actually felt like food. And you know what? My energy stabilized, my cravings chilled out, I didn't feel bloated from some mystery coffee blend that had more sugar than a donut. Now, I still enjoy a fun drink once in a while, but I don't rely on them. and my body way happier. Drink smarter, not sweeter. Your waistline and your pancreas will thank you. I used to think the only way to get in shape was to feel like it. Like one day I would wake up, birds would be singing, and I would magically want to do squats and drink smoothies. That day never came. Instead, I just kept waiting for the right mood, the right Monday, the right level or rock bottom. Here's the harsh truth. Motivation is flaky. It shows up when it wants, leaves without warning, and is terrible at commitment. If I only moved or ate healthy when I felt like it, I would still be glued to the couch watching fitness reels with a slice of pizza in hand. So I stopped depending on motivation. Instead, I made rules that didn't care how I felt. If I didn't want to work out, I just had to stretch for 5 minutes. If I didn't want to cook, I defaulted to eggs or yogurt, no decision needed. The less I had to think about doing the right thing, the more I actually did it. Motivation is nice when it shows up, like a friend who randomly Venmos you. But if you want results, you need structure, you need systems. Because waiting for motivation is just another way of saying, I'm not doing it today. You know the drill. One donut turns into 5, and suddenly it's might as well eat like garbage until Monday. I used to treat every slip up like a disaster. One bad meal, that's it, the whole day ruined. May as well order pizza, ice cream and a side of guilt seasoning. But here is the thing. One meal didn't make me gain weight. Giving up after that meal did. So I changed how I reacted. Instead of spiraling, I just moved on. Had pancakes for breakfast? Cool. Make a protein-forward lunch. Overdid at dinner? Go for a short walk, drink water and live your life. We don't do this with anything else. If you stub your toe, you don't throw yourself down the stairs. So why treat one snack like it ruined your whole progress? Learning to recover without punishment was huge for me. No extra workouts, no skipping meals to make up for it. Just keep going, like a normal human who eats food and sometimes eats too much of it. Progress isn't about being perfect. One bad meal isn't a failure, it's just a meal. Not a reason to hit self-destruct button. When I first decided to lose weight, I wanted to change everything. I made a 20-step plan that included waking up at 5 a.m., eating 0 carbs, doing an hour of cardio, meditating, journaling, drinking a gallon of water, and solving world peace by dinner. It lasted about 2 days. Trying to change your entire life overnight feels productive at first. But it's like a juggling flaming swords on a tight rope. Impressive for 5 minutes, then everything crashes. And you're left feeling like a failure when really the plan was just too much. So I stopped trying to overhaul my life. Instead, I picked one thing. I walked. That was it. Once that felt easy, I added protein, then water, then sleep. Slowly my habits stacked up, and the best part, they actually stuck. Changing one thing doesn't feel glamorous. You won't get dramatic before and after pictures in a week, but you will get something better, momentum. And when you stop trying to be a different person by tomorrow and just aim to be a slightly better version of yourself today, that's where the magic happens. So yeah, I stopped trying to be a superhero, and that's exactly when I started winning. You've got everything it takes. You just need a plan that works with your life, not against it. Hit subscribe if you're done with extremes and ready for something real. Lazy to Lifted has your back.